Alright, so there's been something I've been wanting to explain to you guys about why I can't always post videos all the time. And that's because it's really hard to explain. So, but it's a symptom of schizophrenia. Basically, when you, I sound dead right now, I'm sorry. I took some sedatives. Basically, you have like inappropriate responses to things, to situations. And I actually wrote a letter into Psych Central. I don't know if you guys know what Psych Central is, but it's a good website. You should check it out if you haven't. It's a good place to learn about mental illness, and there are forums for people, not just schizophrenia, but like eating disorders and stuff like that. I actually wrote into them, and I think what I wrote is a good example, so I'm going to read that. It's called Inappropriate Emotional Responses to Stimuli. Okay, it says, first of all, I'd like to apologize in advance if this isn't as coherent as you'd like. My thoughts have the tendency to be a bit disorganized. Please don't hate me. I just turned 20 and I was diagnosed with schizophrenia and major depression when I was 17. I was later diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder and mania. I'm really sad all the time. I've taken lots of different kinds of medication, but they don't work at all, except for Xanax. One of the problems I've been having is that I don't seem to react to situations the way people around me do. I'm hypersensitive about what people think about me. Sometimes I get really upset about great things. I recently met a great girl and we got along really well, so I started crying and I tried to kill myself. Other times people will hurt me and do really bad things to me and it makes me laugh. If I get too excited about something like a new job, a trip to somewhere fun, or even just a really good song, it makes me want to die. But at the same time, I'm happy. Sometimes I think about hurting people I care about to show them how much I love them. When my friends do nice things for me, I want to stab them and hold them in my arms, but I know that's not polite. I avoid certain social situations like parties because I fear my excitement may cause me to become suicidal. It's all really confusing. Is there anything I can do to be more like normal people? I want to be a good person. I don't want to be evil. Okay, one sec. Yeah, basically they told me to just seek medical help. But that just goes to show you that's where I was when I was like 20, because I know you guys sometimes see me and you think that I've sort of got it all figured out in terms of my illness and the symptoms and stuff, but I had to go through all of this. Like when I wrote this, you can tell it was written by somebody who's sick. I don't want to be evil. But yeah, that's a problem I have. Getting overstimulated or understimulated. I have a problem keeping that balance, and people in my family, like my immediate family who live here, they get it. I can't watch, like, you know how people binge watch things? I can't do that because if I get too excited or it's like too much, it could make me go kind of crazy. And I'm just sensitive. Not just, I guess, TV shows, but music, lights. So if it's really, really bright out, like, I'll probably start crying. My sister knows to build, like, a tent around, because this is a bunk bed, so she would just, like, put blankets like that. If the lights are too bright. Noises, if they're really loud noise. Obviously, everybody gets annoyed by really loud noises and really bright lights, but it's different for me because it's like, it makes me psychotic and I can't stop crying, and then I start throwing things, and it's like, it can come from something really good. You can do something really nice for me, and I'll just, I don't know. And it made me think of this guy I saw on Dr. Phil. If you guys watch Dr. Phil, there's this guy who killed his mom with a sledgehammer, and he was talking about it, and he laughed at one point, and people were calling him a monster, but he has schizophrenia, so I don't know. I see those and I get really scared. But on the upside, I mean, I'm not as bad as I was when I wrote this. This sounds really sad. But anyway, yeah, I have to be at a specific level. Like, if I'm overstimulated, it's really bad. Understimulated, I'll just get, like, really restless, and I'll probably, like, turn on some music, turn up the lights. What the hell? Anyway, turn up the lights, maybe watch a movie at the same time, go on the internet until my brain starts going and going and going. And then if I'm overstimulated, I'll turn down all the lights, you know, sit in one spot and not move, and then take a lot of sedatives. And it's not all the time. Like right now, the sun is out and I'm fine. I mean, I took some sedatives, but I'm fine. So it sort of just comes and goes, which makes it kind of scary because I don't know when it's gonna happen and when I'm gonna be alright. But, yeah, just reading this. I've come a long way. I mean, you guys see me and I probably seem pretty chill. The fact that some people don't even believe that I have schizophrenia, I mean, it pisses me off, but it also makes me think, like, wow, I've really come a long way. Because back in the day, I would be like the stereotypical, I didn't bathe, I didn't brush my hair, I didn't wear makeup, you know, I didn't speak to others, I only spoke to the voices in my head. And at that time, they didn't like doctors, so I didn't speak to the doctors, I only nodded my head. And I would always be like, it was really, really bad. Really bad. Like, if you had seen me then, you would have been like, jeez. So, I guess I have come a long way. I still have a long way to go. I wish it could just be over. I could just not wake up one day and not be depressed. Not have all these problems. And I'm rambling. Oh, yay. I just can't. Your reactions to the situation you have described are unusual. Oh yeah, and they told me to seek counseling. You are aware that your reactions are inappropriate, but what's less clear is how well you are able to control your behavior. If you feel as though you might hurt yourself or someone else, it's imperative to call for emergency assistance. In the meantime, begin counseling. So yeah, I wrote this a while ago. and I still have this problem. All the problems that I had back then I still have. It's just, it's not as severe. Well, what else was I gonna say? Yeah. I was asked to make a video about like my imaginary friends, because I hear voices, but then I also have imaginary friends, and there's a huge difference, because like with imaginary friends, everybody at some point has had like imaginary friends, and you know they're not real. It's not like when you're hearing voices and it's like real. But no, I've had to kill some of them because they were ruining my life. They were keeping me from doing anything. I think I wrote about it on my Quora. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, somebody said, do people with schizophrenia have imaginary friends? And I wrote, I know I do. I hallucinate on a daily basis. What I see and hear ranges from dead bodies and Martians to the voices of my dead mother. On another level, a more conscious level, I have my imaginary friend. His name is Daniel, and he's perpetually 19. He's immature and has an eating disorder. He throws fits, and he's always desperate for attention. We feed off each other, since he is mentally ill like I, and have developed a type of codependency. There are times when I want to hold him. There are times when I want to smack him. I've awoken at midnight only to find him in the kitchen, hunched over in the fridge, binging on whatever he can get his hands on, stuffing his face with so much food, like he can't get it down fast enough. Eventually, he begins to sob, ranting about how fucked up he is, and runs to the bathroom to go throw up. He is, without a doubt, my best friend that isn't a Martian, but our relationship is emotionally draining, the both of us. I know this can't go on much longer. I will have to kill him. Yeah, that was an imaginary friend that I had. I mean, I don't really have him anymore. But that would be like an example of an imaginary friend. I've had imaginary friends since I was, as long as I can remember. It's very different from hallucinating, because honestly, like, you know that they're not real. I'm hearing a lot of voices right now. They're repeating everything I say. Yeah, fine. Okay, yeah, they don't want me to do this anymore, so I'm gonna have to stop the video. Yeah. Yeah, I have to, I'm sorry. But, bye.